you're not just tracking where something is, you're getting real data about fuel consumption, downtime, and then you're connected to a parts store. It's just more than any other tracking system could offer you.
Well, the system works great, being that we used to have to go out on the field and contact supers and project managers to get hours on machines to see what's needed. With this new system, an automatic update on the computer, we get an email. I contact the mechanic, he goes on the job site, right there, it's done. We know whether we need to contact Caterpillar.
When I first started, the mechanic may not have known a history of what was done on a machine. Couldn't remember, was it this 450 that I worked on 2 months ago, or was it another piece of equipment that I worked on 2 months ago? This program allows them to go into the system and see the service history. When was the last oil change? All this information so that they can diagnose a problem quickly.
The way it has saved us time and resources is definitely by the mechanics knowing exactly what they need before they leave a job site.
These operators want their equipment to function and work properly. If it doesn't work properly, they can't work. So I feel like they're happy that we know the information. It's not about being big brother or trying to watch what they're doing every minute of the day. It's just letting them know we're aware and we care about it. And because we care about the equipment, ultimately we care about our operators, their safety, their productivity.
It's a little bit at the beginning, it's intimidating, but then as you get to use it, it becomes more and more, it's more and more easier than the old style ways, because the old style ways took wrenches. This way, you can find out the problem, adjust things, and do what you can with it. But every day you learn more and more.
Service-wise, it's great because instead of us being late on services or too early looking for the hours on the machine, we get an update. It says upcoming fuel filter service in 30 hours. We're already ahead of schedule. We're on to the next thing. We're not wasting any time.
It's developed to a point now where we're getting really rich data, which is meaningful for the progression of the construction industry. Having all of this information available to you so that you can make better decisions both on the job and in the shop makes it an absolute game changer.
Every one of our pieces of equipment has a 4-digit number, so when we look it up in the parts store, it goes by our number, we look it up, it immediately pulls down a breakdown of the machine, and everything's right there in front of you. So there's no more looking for a manual, digging for a manual, looking online. It just basically pops up in front of you. It took some learning, but once the guys got the hang of it, I don't know how we worked without it. We do things a little bit differently, so I think we had the EM solutions and the VisionLink adapted to what we want to do. So you're not forced to go by what they want to do. You're not locked in to a 250-hour service, a 500-hour service. You can custom make the service the way you want it.
This technology definitely gives us a competitive advantage. It takes away a lot of time with paperwork, everything the mechanics are doing themselves. We don't have to file anything and log anything into a computer the old way, Excel format. It gets done, it's logged, we check it, we focus more on what we have to do to be successful in CAC.
Being able to connect to a piece of equipment, tell error codes, and even the VisionLink alerts that Lisa and I get to our cell phones, before a mechanic even goes out, we already have more information than just a phone call from a superintendent or a foreman saying something's wrong with the machine. The machines are actually calling us.
Our company always looks to improve. In a combination with Penn and Caterpillar, they offered all these great features and said, hey, try it out, see if you like it. We worked very closely with Penn directly, and anytime we had a question, a problem, one of the mechanics had a question, we were able to give a call and have it resolved very quickly. That's key. Again, time is money.
With all the equipment we have, it's hard to just go out there and get everything done. With upcoming services, we can tackle things ahead of schedule, get repairs out of the way, anything that's down, we can schedule. We have everything scheduled weeks before, prior. So if something comes out of the ordinary, there's no downtime.
From an EM Solutions perspective, we have various levels within Penn. So we have a level 1 access for someone who just wants to know where their machine is and what's going on. You can step up a couple of levels and then engage HO Penn, and we can have one of our expert analysts actually look at the data and give recommendations to the customer on repairs, possible operator training, and implementing new ideas like some idle time limits that will ultimately save the customer money in their bottom line.
Idle time has been a big thing on the job sites. With this technology, we've been able to lower idle time. People realize we know the information. This used to not be information that anyone really knew other than the operator. Now we have that information. So with that information, it's the power and control of saying, hey, look, you know what, you ran idle for this long. Maybe tomorrow, let's try to cut that back a little bit. And that is good for the equipment, it's good for the company, it's just good all around.
From a competitive edge, we find that we have the best technology on the market today. It has been developed in a way where it is much more comprehensive than competitive programs. I have one customer that uses 3 different platforms, and he has told me that the Caterpillar platform by far is superior to all of them.
But I feel like we're just at the tip of the iceberg with information sharing. So we still have a lot to learn about it, and we're excited to do that.